Hey there, welcome back to Life Goggles Runs. My name is Ryan. Today's episode is going to be an ode to RunTok. And if you're not familiar with what RunTok is, I will explain all of that in full. The reason I wanted to make this video is because there's this looming ban of TikTok sitting out there here in the United States. And supposedly as of now, I think it's January 19th of 2025, if the owners of TikTok do not sell, the United States government is going to try to ban TikTok. There are a lot of various opinions on this matter. I'm not going to get into that here. What I want to speak to directly is this is a running channel, and there is a massive running community on TikTok called RunTok. My history on TikTok is a common story, and that is I'm one of those people that when it first sort of gained ground here in the US, I did not want anything to do with it. I'm like, I don't need to spend my time on there. I don't want to spend my time on there. It's just a bunch of people dancing and doing ridiculous stuff. Eventually, I gave in and I gave it a shot. I think it was the summer of 2021 when I joined. And the first little bit, your algorithm is just these random videos, and there was some funny stuff on there. But as I watched, I was always attracted to the running videos because I am a runner. More and more of my algorithm was running. What I eventually found out is there is a huge community of runners on TikTok called RunTok. And what is so special about RunTok? I could talk forever about this. If you are coming over from RunTok and watching this, hello, welcome on the YouTube side of things. The thing about RunTok is it's a community that is so supportive and so inspiring, motivational. There's teaching and there's growth. The internet can be a very bad place. We all know this, but RunTok, in my opinion, is a rare exception to that. I'm sure there are a few bad eggs out there. I've not had too many experiences with them myself. When I tell you that almost every person that I've come across in the RunTok community, like they have a heart of gold. I've never met any of them in person except for one. I met a man named Ed from Ohio. He came through my town. We shared a run one day. We shared lunch. It was incredible. It was awesome. Ed is a wonderful guy. Ed, if you're watching this, you are great. You are one of the most inspirational and motivational people out there. Ed is someone that preaches kindness on a day-to-day basis, and he uses his running videos to do that. Even beyond that, there's meetups that happen typically around the Chicago Marathon, sometimes New York City Marathon. There's an event in Iowa every summer. It's a relay race called Relay Iowa. And for the past couple of years, there's been a RunTok team that has gained apparently so much interest that it's now split into two. And I'm going to be on one of those teams in June of 2025. And I couldn't be more excited. Both crews seem like they're amazing people. I'm so excited to meet so many people that I've encountered on RunTok. And it's something that I can tell you personally, my experience when I joined TikTok as a runner, I was still pretty much a novice in a lot of ways. Even though I had a couple years of running under my belt, I was kind of finding things out along the way. And I'll learn something and I'll sort of sit like in that for a while. And what I mean is, I take a leap, I jump up in whatever it may be, whether it's the gym or running or some personal activity or whatever. I make a stride, I learn something new, I learn a new skill, and then I kind of just hover there for a while. And then eventually after that, then okay, it's time to level up and I'll do it again, right? What I found with RunTok is that I was learning things almost on a day-to-day basis, if not an hourly basis. Now, I try to limit my time on TikTok, I really do. It can be very easy just to swipe through. A lot of my running accomplishments of the last 3.5 years, almost 4 years now, are in large part due to RunTok. And obviously I've put in the work as a runner. I've been the one out there running and whatever, but I wouldn't have known about certain types of workouts, about certain advantages to different things. I wouldn't have had the courage to try to run a marathon if it wasn't for RunTok. And I know I'm not the only one. I know there are tons of people on RunTok that can tell you the same thing. So why is this ban such a big deal to a lot of us? It's that right there. There is a community. There is a community that has been built up organically. It's not like someone just said, hey, we should have a bunch of runners and we should all be very cool to each other and that's going to be great. it just happened over time, and just more and more people became involved. And I know I'm only scratching the surface about the number of people that I can follow on there. I want to follow all of them. They're wonderful people. And so with this ban kind of just hanging out there, if TikTok goes away, it just won't be the same. Even if we were all to move over to Instagram or to wherever, if people were to come over here and watch me talk into my phone on here like they do on TikTok, I would greatly appreciate it, but it wouldn't be the same because RunTok is just a whole other thing. One other thing, like I failed to mention, is every Monday there is a Never Miss a Monday crew. I'm part of it. I run every Monday just because Sunday is my rest day, so I always get back on the wagon on Monday. But having that accountability, having that community that I wake up to people who have already ran early on Monday morning, and I go to bed with people who are running that night, getting their Monday workouts in, and there's no ego, there's no I'm better than you. It's just this is what I did, this is what you're doing. That's freaking awesome. What I did is freaking awesome. What they're doing is freaking awesome. And that really is just RunTok in a nutshell. And for that to have the chance to go away, look, I understand there's larger conversations to be had about security risks and First Amendment and all that stuff that is just sort of playing into this. That's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm just here to talk about, if the ban is upheld and TikTok goes away, you're going to have a large collection of people in this country very, very upset and discouraged. But even on a more personal level, on a RunTok level, that community is something that pushes me and drives me every day. And I said this in my introduction video the other day, and I'll say it here. It's not because I feel the pressure that I have to run so that I can post that to TikTok or post that to Strava. It's not that. It's that I see people doing incredible things every single day. Different paces, different distances, different disciplines, trail running, road running, combination, whatever it may be, on the track, whatever. I see that every day, and I'm just like, I want to do that because these people are out there and they're amazing, and I want to be amazing too. And I hope it doesn't go away. I really, there is a glimmer of hope for me that something's going to come down at the end of all of this and save TikTok in the United States. I don't know that for a fact. I think it's probably just my nature as an optimistic person that won't go away. Because if it does go away, it's going to be one of those things. I shouldn't let a social media app hold such a dear place in my heart, but it's well earned in this case, at least in terms of RunTok. Honestly, when I open up TikTok, I go straight to my friends tab. I very rarely go to For You. I very rarely watch the algorithm anymore because I've cultivated such a feed of people doing incredible feats that I don't want to watch anything else. It brings positivity and optimism to my life. And I understand that there may be others out there who don't use TikTok, or maybe they're not as familiar. It's the same type of people who don't play video games but then blame video games for everything. I'm a big video gamer as well. If you don't know, you can't speak to it, you don't understand what it can mean to people. And there have been relationships forged out of this, friendships forged out of this app in this RunTok community. And the dust would have to settle. I'm trying to follow everybody that I can on other platforms. They're doing the same. I've had several follow me in other places. But ultimately, it's something that it'll be different. It'll be different if it goes through. And I hope it doesn't. Like I said, the optimist in me thinks that something's going to happen in the next month that will change that. But who's to say? Who's to know? Anyway, I just wanted to pay tribute to RunTok. I could talk about RunTok for hours. I've said the word RunTok so many times, but I can't tell you how much I am indebted to that community for what they've meant to me as a runner and as a person, just because I see the beautiful nature of the human spirit reflected in so many people at various phases of their running journey. And it just reinforces why I love this sport. And RunTok is a snow globe that I can look into anytime I'm like, man, I just need to connect with some runners. I go on there and I do. I have a feeling there are a lot of people out there watching this that may also feel the same way. And if you do, I'm with you. We're here. We can stick by this. I'll be here the whole time. I'll stay on YouTube if nothing else. With that, wrapping things up, as always, please like, subscribe, share. If you want to follow me on other platforms, the links are below. I'm on pretty much every other social media platform. You can visit my Linktree and go hit up all those social media sites and give me a follow. That is all I've got for right now. Appreciate you following along.